Ladies and gentlemen, if I could have your attention, please. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and invocation led by IIANC past Chairman Neil Annis.
Good morning. Please join me in the pledge to the American flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for the invocation. Father, you brought us all together here in this beautiful place. The independent insurance agents of North Carolina are gathered here for their annual convention. We're here with many friends, both friends that we've known from many years back and have met many new friends. We're thankful for, and we see this beautiful facility, and we're reminded of your greatness as we look out at nature here at the coast of North Carolina. Father, we're thankful for all these blessings. Father, as we go into the proceedings of this conference, we ask your blessing on them. And we just pray that you will allow us to take something back to our communities in which you've placed us to serve, so that we can better serve our customers and our communities. Father, we take just a special pause on this day, and we give thanks for our fathers, for the blessings that they've been to our lives. Go with us now as we go into the rest of this morning's meeting. In Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Thank you. You may be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, please may welcome IIANC Chairman of the Board, Tim Templeton.
Neil and I were having a little chuckle. They've got in tape an arrow pointed to the steps, so if I was blanking out, I could see where the steps were. So thank you for being here this morning. Can you believe we're here for the 115th annual convention of the Independent Insurance Agents of North Carolina? It's a beautiful day. We've got a really neat program lined up this morning. The main part of the morning is going to be talking about the awards, honoring those who have really given back to this association and given back to this industry. Some of our carrier friends, some of our agency friends, and we're going to make sure that you hear about what they've done to support and grow this industry. Later in the morning, we've got Kim and Cricket Carpenter with us, and I'm really looking forward to their story. They gave me a little wink here before we got started and said they've got a lot more that you'll enjoy that not necessarily is captured in the movie. So we're really excited about having the Carpenters here from Colorado. It is a pleasure to be here on Father's Day. I'm a father of three. I've got my son Chase representing the three Templeton children. Two are in various places. Hannah in Rome, Georgia, where she's at a tennis tournament, and son Gil is on a study abroad program. So Chase, thank you for being here. If you're a father, will you stand up and let us welcome and thank you for what you do? Stand up, guys. I see the Lowry family is well represented. We appreciate y'all being here and bringing the little ones. That's a lot of fun. We've got a number of people that we want to thank for this morning and for last night. I want to make sure we thank Smart Choice for sponsoring the Saturday soiree last night. Really a lot of fun. Presidential partner Johnson & Johnson. Are they in the room? Is Johnson & Johnson in the room, or are they still back in the corner? There they are. I see Chase. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sponsoring. We really appreciate it. They sponsored the dessert extravaganza. They sponsored the extravaganza and the Waller family last night. Silver sponsors AmTrust, Central Insurance, and Imperial PFS sponsored the refreshments early this morning, so I want to thank them as well. Let's make sure we sponsor Travelers for sponsoring this ceremony. They're well represented here, and I want to make sure we thank the Travelers as well. Now for the awards. We've got a number of them today, and the first ones are kind of my privilege. They're presidential citations, and I get to talk to you about people across this association who are somewhat behind the scenes, who you might not have known what they've done, And I want to share a couple stories with you. And I'm going to ask him to join early. So I'd like Jamie Lowry to come join me on stage. Jamie, come around. And by the way, there's an arrow that points to the steps right here. You're young enough, you can jump up here. Jamie Lowry is part of the Young Agents Committee, and he has quietly done something that I wanted everybody to understand. They got excited last year talking about the Victory Junction camp, and that group together raised about $25,000, maybe a little bit more, for Victory Junction. That's a camp for children with severe medical disabilities. Jamie started talking to a friend of his at a client, Premier Communications, and he said, let me tell you what we're doing. And Premier Communications said, you know what, that sounds interesting, we want to help too. And with Jamie's encouragement, help them get involved and explain the process, they raised an additional $20,000 over and above what Victory Junction, what the Young Agent Committee did. And that was by Jamie's enthusiasm, by him just talking to his client and helping them get involved. And Jamie, we want to thank you for what you've done. I'd like my good friend David Pure and I to join us. And if Harry Bray is here, I want him to join us too. I don't know if he's available. I think I heard he's over at the golf course getting set up, but I'll speak on behalf of David and Harry. Arrow. You know, political action is a little bit tough. You've got to go to your friends, you've got to go to your friends in the industry and talk about what we've got to get done on the political scene. David and Harry have done it better than anybody else in the country. They raised over $63,000 for InsurePAC with your help. Harry is over the young agents side of InsurePAC. Our young agents in North Carolina raised more than 27 other states individually. Our young agents are strong. Here he comes. He's been called from the golf course. Come on, Harry. Give him a hand. But they raised more money nationally than anybody else in the country. And they did it by just plugging along, calling, talking, and their enthusiasm really made a difference. So I want to thank Harry and David for all they've done for political awareness here in North Carolina. The last presidential citation is an industry friend who's come to North Carolina and made it his home. Can Mike Plavnicki please join me on the front podium, please? I'm going to talk while Mike is walking. He's quickly adopted North Carolina. As you may know, Montgomery, this is their regional headquarters in Charlotte, and he's made North Carolina's home. And we think, now he'll not admit to it, but we think he likes the North Carolina Association better than any other state associations that he's involved in. That's what we think. Mike, we were talking at a meeting back in the fall about this meeting and talking about what we could do to really honor our past presidents. We've got 23 past presidents coming tomorrow for dinner. And Mike said, you know what? I've got an idea. I want to support what's going on. I want to support this association. And he has really helped us. Matter of fact, he and Montgomery are paying for all of our past presidents' registrations for them to be here and be part of what we do. They put their money where their mouth is, and they supported the Big I in so many ways, not just that event, but they support the Brantley Center. They support continuing education. They are all over this association and committees everywhere. And I got to tell you, Mike, your firm keys off your leadership, and we thank you so much. Several of you know the word Southeastern Insurance Institute. That was a entity that we had for years, and we've now renamed that institute to be the Independent Insurance Agent Educational Foundation. And we're able to put funds in that foundation, and we've got an award. Every year we look for agencies that are really trying to improve their professional education. An agency that wants to take it to the next level, an agency that really has a plan on making sure their agency is strong and professional and has the background to serve their clients. They can apply for a scholarship, an agency-wide scholarship, and we get a number of applications. And we'd like for Jim Mazingo to come forward. because the Independent Insurance Group of Fayetteville has been selected to receive a $5,000 education scholarship for professional education at his agency. Jim? Don't let the notes get out of order, right? Our next award is the Achievement Award. And this award really goes out. We have, and I should have counted before I come up, but we probably have 10 different committees within the association. You've heard me mention young agents. We have an events committee, we have a PAC, we have a legislative committee, we have a technology committee, we have an agency management committee. So we have a variety of committees, and every committee obviously has a chairman, and then they have a group, and they're set out each year charged with accomplishing their particular responsibility. This award goes to the committee chairman that we think went above and beyond any call of duty. And I think you'll all be excited when you know who this winner is. As chairman of the events committee, she's brought an integral part of putting together a fantastic annual convention. Earlier this year, she had the best spring conference that we've ever had, and that was with the support of a large committee. I know, Sherry, you're going to deflect, but this award for achievement goes to Sherry Marshall, who chaired our events committee for the past year. You know, we think about our events a lot, and I think we all know the past few years have been a little tougher in the agency world than we would like. It's exciting to see where we're coming. I think as a group, we like being together, we like networking, we like seeing each other, we like being with our carrier partners. And I think with the economy coming and the economy changing, the past year has been a good reflection of why we support events. Sherry's energy has really brought a new dynamic, and we've really enjoyed it. So I just want to say Sherry's brought a lot of energy, but it also feels good seeing all of our agency friends starting to gather back and really participate. Coming next is Carl Sherrill. Carl speaks on behalf of the young agents. They have a number of awards that they're going to present, and we've got several others after Carl. So Carl, will you please join us up front? Please welcome Carl Sherrill.
I like the theme music, kind of nice. As many of you know, I would have picked the NC State fight song had I had a choice to my theme music today. Thank you, Tim. On behalf of the Young Agents Committee, I am very pleased to present the awards for the Broker of the Year, Company of the Year, and of course our Young Agent of the Year. These awards have been voted on solely by the Young Agents of the Association, and as a reminder, it's not just the Young Agents Committee. If you're under the age of 41 and a member of a member agency in the Big I, you are a young agent. So remember that. We'd love to have you participate this year. This year's Broker of the Year goes to a company that has been a longtime supporter of not just our member agents and your business efforts, but the association as well. They are an active participant in all our events and give back to us in many ways, making sure we never go thirsty and that we stay on top of our daily news. They also generously supported the registrations of 5 first-time convention attendees this year. Their staff wears many hats as well, one of which is the production of our ABEN Education Network, and as witnessed this weekend, the video production of this annual conference. We're extremely grateful for their support. Please join me in congratulating our presidential partner and Broker of the Year, Jackson Sumner and Associates. I'm pleased now to present Company of the Year to another strong partner of the IIANC and our membership. Whether it is working with us to get the best service for our clients or supporting the association in a variety of ways as a sponsor of our 2013 Trusted Choice Big I National Championship and a key legislative resource and supporter, this company is always an advocate for agents and the IIANC. Please join me in a round of applause for IIANC Presidential Partner and 6-time Company of the Year, Travelers Insurance. And now for the highest honor given by our Young Agents Group, the Young Agent of the Year Award. This recognizes an outstanding young agent for his or her contributions and achievements in the community, profession, and the association. And there's no doubt that this year's winner excels in all 3 categories. Our recipient has worked in the insurance industry for over 5 years and received numerous honors for her achievements, including the CISR, CBIA designations, Rookie of the Year and Professional of the Year from the Unifor Association of Insurance Women, Employee of the Year in 2011, and an IIANC Chairman's Citation winner in 2012. She is currently pursuing her CIC designation. Our winner is past Secretary of the Unifor Association of Insurance Women and serves on various committees within the organization. An active member of her church, she also volunteers at the local soup kitchen, participates in the Susan G. Komen Walk for the Cure, and works at Samaritan's Purse in Boone, packing shoeboxes for shipments to children around the world. A 4-year member of the Young Agents Committee and former chairman of the committee, she is now helping to spearhead our PAC efforts this year. And she does it all with a big smile on her face, an extremely positive attitude. And so without further ado, I'd like to welcome to the stage our 2012 Young Agent of the Year, Nicole Hicks of Twin City Insurance in Newton. I also have a letter from Lisa Williams, who couldn't be with us today, but sent this letter and we wanted to share this with you. This is a letter to Nicole. I'm sorry I cannot be there in person to congratulate you on your award. I just found out about the award and am unable to make the travel arrangements considering Father's Day. However, everyone at the agency sends our congratulations, and we are so very proud of you and agree that you deserve this award. Your dedication to our industry and the 100% effort that you give every day to your clients and our agency just proves how talented and professional you are. These flowers are just a small token of our appreciation. Enjoy your weekend. We are so proud of you. Sincerely, Lisa Williams. Now this is a chance for me at the mic to talk a little bit about young agents. And so as you know, and those of you that know me, I'll take that opportunity. We have a great group, as many of us know, and I'm real excited to share with you a couple things that are coming up. Our Sales and Leadership Conference is in September in Cary. We're going to be with a number of young agents from around the state, but then also we're excited to have a huge group of students joining us for this event for the first time. The students are going to have some programming. We'll have some programming. We'll have great speakers. There'll be CE opportunity. So for those of you with young agents in your agency, this is the cost of this is free. And so if you're a member agency and you can afford free, you can send your young agents to get some CE and carry at the Big I. We're going to be kind of tailgate style at the Big I. We're going to kind of have a cookout. We're going to do some cornhole and get a chance to hang out with all the students. So we're looking forward to that time together. But stay out. We'll be sending details on the speakers soon. I'd like to update you on our project. The project is extremely important to us in this association, and it's something that this committee takes to heart. We were very fortunate with Victory Junction Gang to have a wonderful partner, and we're excited this year to be working with the Autism Society of North Carolina. We will be coming to every district, giving opportunities for people to serve, and more importantly, for other young agents and agency principals to come out and participate in some of the things we'll be doing for the Autism Society. For those of you that like to run when you're not being chased, which is not a category that I'll fall into, but I will be there helping. We have 3 5Ks that will be coming up. We'll be sending out information on that in September, October, and November. They're going to be in Asheville and Greensboro and Raleigh. So we kind of got west, middle, and east settled there. So we'll be getting information out on that as well. Last thing I'd like to do is to recognize our great committee that's in attendance, all of us wearing our black shirts so that you can recognize us. If the Young Agent Committee would please stand. So speaking of PAC, if you would love to participate in a great opportunity to earn a little cash at convention, we have a 50-50 raffle going on, and all those folks that just stood up would be more than happy to provide you with a ticket and put your name on it so you can get a chance to win some of the cash. Thank you so much to the committee. Thank you to the Big I, and congratulations again to our award winners. Hold on one second. So what happens when I go off script? Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Kelly Erstein.
No, Carl, you really got me because you took my script. Carl, thank you. See, Larry, what happens to your agency when you retire? Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for this great attendance this morning. This is a time of celebration, special celebration for our fathers, but I think our association as well. Our association, also the North Carolina Association of Insurance Agents, which is our agency side of the association, we have a proud affiliation, as all of you know, in the insurance and risk management schools or departments at Appalachian State University, University of North Carolina at Charlotte, and also our newest program at East Carolina University. Today I want to make a special announcement. I'm going to ask Dr. Marlette to come up as well. A special announcement as it relates to Appalachian State. In 1988, the Independent Insurance Agents of North Carolina and their members honored one of my predecessors, Mr. Richard Brantley, for his 36 years of devoted leadership to the Brantley Risk and Insurance Center at Appalachian State University. Since this time, the risk management and insurance program at Appalachian State has grown to the 6th largest in the country and currently has 135 RMI majors and has produced more than 850 graduates. Many of these Appalachian graduates now serve in the leadership roles within the Big I and the insurance profession. In recognition of this quarter century of excellence, I'm proud to announce that the Independent Insurance Agents of North Carolina has created a distinguished professorship at Appalachian State University. Serving in this role will be Dr. David C. Marlette. Dr. Marlette has served in many roles, including his time as director of the Brantley Risk and Insurance Center. After working as a commercial lines underwriter for USF&G in Tampa, he entered the doctoral program at Florida State University in 1993. His major area of study was risk management and insurance, with a support area in finance. David completed his doctoral dissertation on residual markets and catastrophe financing programs in 1997. He's presented to legislators on this throughout the Southeast and was a member of the Joint Select Study Committee on potential impact of major hurricanes on the insurance industry in North Carolina. Please join me with a round of applause for the new IIANC Distinguished Professor, Dr. David C. Marlette. Dr. Marlette and his Appalachian State colleagues and students will be at the IIANC booth in the exhibit hall throughout the rest of the convention. Thank you. Chairman Templeton?
I'm just curious, and I was, as you were talking, Kelly, how many folks in this room are attending or have attended the insurance programs at Appalachian, East Carolina, or Charlotte? If you'd please stand, let's see what those numbers look like. And I know some folks are out of the room. Those programs are impacting our industry. Thank you all. It's nice to see. You know, Gray, you reminded me the Insurance Executive Program has always been a combination of Appalachian, Dr. Dave Wood, and the Big I, and it's been a nice program for all of us, so thank you. Congratulations, Dr. Marlette. 4 more awards. The next one we want to talk about is our Ernest F. Young Education Award. This education award is presented in honor of E.F. Young by his son, Ernest F. Young, Jr. This award goes to the agent who's made the most outstanding contribution to the association in area of education. This year's recipient has been a strong advocate of education, having received the Certified Insurance Counselor designation, the Certification in Long-Term Care, the Certified Senior Advisor designation. He's also served on the IIANC Education Committee in several capacities. As a chair of the CIC Advisory Council from 2005 to present. He's also as chair of the IIANC Education Committee from 2008 to 2010. His leadership on those committees has been invaluable to the continued success of the CIC program and the CISR program. He's also served the Department of Insurance Education Task Force in 2010. He was recognized nationally for his contributions to the CIC and CISR programs. In 2010, he was appointed to the National Alliance Board of Governors. Our winner is from the George Chadwick Insurance Agency in Wilmington, North Carolina, where he lives with his wife, Lynn, daughters Olivia and Samantha. Would you put your hands together and help me honor Robert McKeever? Robert's passionate. It's fun to see. We like to select a company professional each year who really reaches out to support independent insurance agents. It's my pleasure to talk about that person today. She's the carrier friend that's made the most outstanding contribution to the industry, and she always makes a willingness to assist independent agents wherever she can. With 20 years of experience in all disciplines of the National Flood Program, she's proven to be invaluable to help us understand the underwriting, marketing, and training that goes into this program. Her background as an independent agent has also given her advantage when it comes to company-agent relationships, and she's always been an advocate for Big I members. As a territory manager for selective flood operations for the states of Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, she's responsible for field underwriting, marketing, and agent training. She is presented at numerous flood insurance seminars around the country at the National Association of Insurance Women, IIABA, and other industry trade groups. She's a huge NASCAR fan. She attends as many races as she can throughout the Southeast when a hurricane's not coming through. She lives with her husband and 3 teenage daughters outside of Columbia, South Carolina. By now, you know that I'm talking about Company Professional Person of the Year, Tammy Goodman of Selective. Tammy, thanks for joining us this morning. I know there's some effort. Tammy had some other plans and she changed them to come be with us. We appreciate this. We know it's not always easy. Yeah. Thank you. The final 2 awards go to individuals that have been involved with this association at the highest levels. It's really, really personal. It's really, really an honor to be able to talk about these two individuals today. The first one I'm going to start with is going to be Agent of the Year. I'm going to talk about this person. You're going to hear the story, and I know you're going to figure out who it is. It won't take you long. But I want to just tell you what the Agent of the Year traditionally has been for this association. It's the highest annual award that we give. It's presented to the deserving individual who's an avid supporter of the association through PAC, attendance in events, and our advocacy efforts. Our winner demonstrates the highest ideals of the independent agency system and displays strong leadership abilities and a willingness to assist fellow members at all times. Our Agent of the Year is truly a living example for all that he or she comes in contact with, as they are the epitome of professionalism in this industry. This year's winner embodies all of those traits. Let me tell a story, and you'll put it together. Going to have to go off script. This person started his agency. His father started the agency in the 1950s. He joined them and grew the agency for over 60 years, and the agency now has multiple locations. He serves in all aspects of his community: bank boards, school boards, the PTA, wherever he's needed, he's there. He's been involved in this association at every level, from young agent committee, technology committee, PAC committee. He's been involved in every one up and down the line. He served as president of this association, as well as every officer level in this association. He continues to serve at the national level on behalf of this association. He's passionate about his town. He's passionate about his community. He's recently been involved in the revitalization of his downtown. He had a lot of drive and a lot of effort to make that happen. It took everything he could to get that town moving, and it's working. They've got new streetscapes. They've got a new vibe, and it's really added a lot to their community. His wife says he has one big inadequacy. He can't say no. He says yes to anything, anytime that he's asked to serve. She says he takes it all the way. He's got to be on the train and he's got to lay the tracks, and he can accomplish anything with his enthusiasm. She says he bought a boat, and if you all know it, he's a yachtsman. He bought a cow, and before you know it, now he's Ted Turner. He bought a farm, and now he says he's ConAgra's rival. He lives in a small town, but he thinks he's the mayor. By now, you know I'm talking about John Dow Snipes.
He knows better than to give me this microphone. Carl, I can rival you. There's 5 or 6 people in trouble. When I saw 2 girls that obviously got up at 5 o'clock this morning and drove to be here, I just thought it was the most wonderful Father's Day thing in the world. They probably knew something else that I didn't know. I promise you I won't. If I'd have known this, I'd have brought my speech from the Grove Park Inn, Charlie. That looks good for about another 45 minutes, don't you think? Just a very sincere thank you. Whether it's on the city level, Chamber of Commerce type level, not elected official level, but volunteer level, I have found that it is so easy to get a lot of things done when you got a great group of people around you. And that's been the case with me. So for all of those volunteers that have been on our side and worked together on whatever the project was, I want to sincerely thank you very much. Thank you very much.
You know, the thing that I've admired about Dow, I've known him probably about 15, 16 years now, devoted family person. I talked a lot about his civic achievements, but his five children and his grandchildren, he is a devoted family man. I often listen to what they're doing and how they're working as a family. It's always an inspiration to Macy and I, and I want to say thank you, Dow. The other thing I would say is I have seen Dow this year at the state national director level. He represents us at the national meetings for the Big I. He is more enthusiastic now about this industry and about this association than he was 5, 10, 15 years ago. And it's really an inspiration to a lot of us to see his enthusiasm and how he brings it to the next level. Been doing it for a long time, and he's doing it better than he ever has. So thank you, Dow. This last award is one that we don't give every year. It's fairly sporadic. We really think about it, and we try to make sure that that when it's time, that we do it the right way. And I don't know any other way to say it, and I just want him to come up here because we want to honor him for all that he's done for this association. He has been in every committee. He has served as president. He's served in every office. He has served all over his community. He is involved with the church. He's involved in the fundraisers. He's involved with the Bible study. He's involved with the Oyster Festival. He gives everything he has to this industry and to his community. He's so proud of his children. I don't think it's coincidental. I think it's interesting to note that both the Agent of the Year and the person that I'm talking about for the Lifetime Achievement Award, Mr. Don Evans, are family agencies. Don, will you come up and let us give you a warm welcome for all that you've done for this industry for all these years. That's a heck of a grits bowl. I want to say a few more words about Don before we give the microphone. Don has served not only at the state level, but at the national level. He represented us as state national director, and he was on the finance committee. He rewrote the bylaws for the Independent Agents Association nationally. He has taken the time and the effort, and the thing he always does is he does it quietly, and he does it from behind the scenes, and he never ever asks for any credit. He never once has any interest in doing it for himself. He's done it for us, he's done it for the association, he's done it for his fellow independent agents. He's so loved and so appreciated. He's going to blush a little bit, but his demeanor and the way he's conducted himself throughout his career has spoken to many of us, and we've tried to model it. We're not very good at it, but we've tried to model how Don Evans has conducted his profession and his work, and we're so honored to have him here today.
Thank you.
We are given opportunities to look around in our life as we go along and to recognize individuals that understand, that get it. The independent insurance agents of North Carolina, if you look at who they are and all of those that volunteer and are active in this association for decades, and then you look at the National Association and look at all the states and all the folks that participate there, none do it better than you do. In every single committee, you rise to another level. You are the standard, not only nationally, but internationally when it comes to insurance. You make those who go to national proud to be there. We have enjoyed some amazingly gifted national presidents. What I saw was that really humbled me was all the value that we get from the decisions made at the state level and the national level. We get way more than we give. So understand that, I beg you. Thank you for this moment. Love all of you. Love this association. To my family, thank you.
I see wife Judy back there. I see son Scott, daughter-in-law Sharon, and grandson Christian, so I know y'all are supportive. Let's make sure we congratulate the whole family. That concludes our awards this morning.